Hello, my name is Kamellia and I run Do.omyoga. We're here in Hackney where I'm about to guide you through a Do.omyoga session. Do.omyoga is always practiced alongside a soundtrack of loud, atmospheric, doom metal, drone, avant-garde, ambient, psychedelic music. The music acts as the driving force throughout the practice, invigorating strength, helping to release tension by helping to sustain holding postures for longer. So today I'm doing a half-an-hour session of Do.omyoga. You just need to come with a mat. If you do want to learn more about Do.omyoga, you can follow me on Instagram. I run regular sessions in Hackney, and in Shoreditch once a month I run a live session. Let's begin. To begin, we always start in seated meditation. So you can sit in Vidrasana, which is kneeling posture. If you need to take any pressure off your knees, if you have a block, you can sit with your block in between your two legs, or if you don't have a block, you can use a book at home. Otherwise, you can come to sit in Sukhasana, which is easy pose, crossing the legs, sitting on the block, raising the hips slightly higher than the knees, so we can all just begin to arrive here and now and into this room and onto our mat in our yoga practice. So come find a comfortable seat. If you don't have a block or a book, you can always roll your mat and sit on the edge of your mat. Find your seat and then find your stillness. Get any fidgeting you need to make with your clothing out of the way. This isn't about a fancy meditation posture, but being able to sit comfortably where you can begin for a few minutes to drop any tension and awareness in the body to just relax. So get any last adjustments out of the way. You can cup your hands consciously on your knees, or you can place them in front of your lap. If you're a woman, your left is on top of your right. If you're a man, your right on top of your left. Or you're welcome to sit with your hands in Jnana Mudra, which is thumb and index finger to touch, other three fingers stretched out straight. Coming to sit firmly rooted in your seat. Pull your navel gently in towards your spine. Lift your sternum up towards the ceiling and feel light at the top of your head. Fidgeting is just a waste of your energy, so you sit still. In your own time, gently begin to close your eyes. Close your eyes, and with your internal gaze, gently pointing downwards to the tip of your nose. This helps you to drop any fidgeting and any unnecessary movement you might be making in your mind. Look between your two eyes, single point of focus, ekagraha. Take a big, deep inhale and a big, deep exhale. Take a big, deep inhale and a big, deep exhale. Using the breath, using your lungs, bringing your breath into alignment. Breathe consciously. Be so silent. All you hear is the sound inside. You are your own best teacher and your own best healer. So you use the asana to teach you where you are today by bringing the mind into the body, moving intelligently. If you feel any sharp pain at any point, you immediately back off. We all have a completely different edge. You always move up to this edge slowly, carefully, and with compassion. All you need to do is watch and listen. We open up our practice always with a mantra to our teachers, the Guru mantra. Begin with me, inhale. Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devu Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Tajmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Loko samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om. 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 Release your hands back down onto your knees, and we'll begin to move into pranayama, ujjayi pranayama, the breathing that's going to fuel our practice. You can keep your eyes closed. Begin, inhale. Exhale, make a loud HA. Close your mouth, inhale. Exhale, loud HA. Close your mouth, inhale. Exhale, use the back of the throat. Close your mouth, inhale. Exhale, imagine you're fogging up a window. Close your mouth, inhale. Exhale. Close your mouth, inhale. Exhale, this time keep your lips sealed, same sound. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Still using the back of the throat. Inhale. Exhale. Lips stay sealed now until the end of your practice. Inhale. Exhale. Heating up the body from the inside out. Igniting the Agni in the body, the fire. Preparing your muscles to bend and stretch. Heating up the body, generating sweat. Detoxifying the body. The loud, audible sound is your tool to focus. It's a tranquilizing breath, and the sound helps to calm the mind. You always approach the asana with a calm and steady mind. Very slowly, gently begin to open your eyes. To begin the asana practice, slowly, gently remove your block from underneath your seat. And we'll begin in Balasana, child's pose. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Take your hips back to your heels. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you. And gently place your forehead down onto the mat. Bring your awareness back to that place in between your two eyes and just watch that space. Child's pose is a deep, deep hip opener. It's also a forward fold. Hip openers and forward folds are known as surrendering postures, where you completely let go, get out of your own way, and just allow the body to open, feeling completely supported by the ground underneath you. Just allow any unnecessary tension to fall away from the body. There's no holding on. There's no forcing. There's nothing to do other than have a completely authentic experience as you are now in this moment in time. Take a big inhale. Fill your abdomen full of air into a big balloon, and as you exhale, pull your navel in towards your spine, sinking your hips deeper into the mat. As you inhale, fill your abdomen full of air into a big balloon, and as you exhale, pull your navel in towards your spine, releasing your hips down into the mat. As you inhale, focus on filling the lungs full of fresh oxygen, full of air, expanding the rib cage, the sides of the rib cage, the back of the rib cage. And as you exhale, sinking your chest deeper into the mat. As you inhale, move the breath into the lungs, opening up the chest. And as you exhale, sinking deeper, maybe creeping your fingers further up the mat. Very slowly, gently begin to push yourself up, taking your knees into about hip distance apart. Will begin to warm up the spine with some cat-cows. Your fingers should be spread wide, your wrists, elbows and shoulders all in one line. Your knees should be directly underneath your hips. Begin with me. Inhale. Raise your head, look up towards the ceiling, drawing the mat towards you as you curve your spine. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, push the mat away, releasing the spine. Inhale, suck your stomach in as you curve your spine, looking up towards the ceiling. And exhale, keeping the stomach sucked in, push the mat away from you as you round your spine. Inhale, beginning to engage the pelvic floor, suck your stomach in, look up as you open your chest and open your throat. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, push the mat away from you, rounding your spine, your gaze is to your stomach. One more time, inhale, raise your head, curving your spine. And exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, push the mat away, rounding your spine. Inhale brings you back to neutral, and exhale. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, coming into your first Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. You might have tight hamstrings, so you can walk your feet left, right, left, right, left, right to release the hamstrings. left, right, left, right. Come to stillness, look forward and begin to walk your feet towards your hands. Once your feet reach your hands, bend your knees if you have tight hamstrings. Suck your stomach in to protect your lower back and just hang here for a moment, dropping any tension in the neck. Nothing to do. Allow gravity to do the work for you. Every forward fold is a surrendering posture. You keep the abdomen sucked in to release the lower back and to protect the lower back always. Bend your knees if you need to place your hands down onto the mat, and we'll begin to heel toe the feet out to the sides, and we'll come into Malasana, deep-seated squat. Hands come inside the knees in Namaskar. You lift the sternum up, gently drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Inhaling for 1 and exhaling for 1. If your heels aren't touching the mat, you can take your feet wider. If you inhale for 2 and exhale for 2, you can place your hands underneath your heels to help keep you balanced as we inhale for 3 and exhale for 3. Releasing the hands, coming up, back into our forward fold. Just hanging here in ragdoll, taking hold of the opposite elbows. You can swing to the left and swing to the right, swing to the left and then swing to the right. Just allowing your arms to completely flop down and center. You have 33 vertebrae in your spine. Very, very slowly, with control, sucking the stomach in, begin to roll yourself all the way up slowly, stacking each and every one on top of the next, with your head and neck to come up last. Roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Come to stand at the top of your mat as we move into Surya Namaskar. Toes and heels come together, equally distributing the weight on the 4 corners of your feet. We always start with a solid foundation. Engaging the legs, lift up the quadriceps, gently rotate your thighs inwards. This engages your root lock known as your Mula Bandha. You suck your stomach in and up. This is your abdomen lock, Uddiyana Bandha. Your shoulders come up, back, down, relax away from the ears. Spread your fingers wide. Your gaze is steady towards the horizon. Tadasana Samastitihi. Place your hands in Namaskar in front of your chest and take this moment to offer up your practice to anyone or anything that has led you from the darkness into the light. Begin, inhale, raise your prayer high above your head. Stretch up towards the ceiling, strong legs, strong stomach. Lift your sternum up towards the ceiling as you gently backward bend. Exhale, folding forward into Uttanasana. Prayer comes through heart center. Bend your knees a lot to get the stomach closer to the thighs. Hands come flat beside the feet. Inhale, look up, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, step your right leg back. Step your left leg back, coming into plank. Lower your knees, chest, chin, down onto the floor. Slide through into Bhujangasana, pulling the mat towards you, chest lifts forward. Exhale, take your hips back to your heels. Inhale, exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, coming into downward facing dog. 5 breaths as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhaling 1, exhaling 1. Your feet should be hip distance apart, creating space in the pelvis as you inhale for 2, exhaling 2. Fingers are always spread wide as you inhale for 3, inhaling for 3, sucking your stomach in and up as you inhale for 4, exhaling 4, your neck is loose, never strained as you gaze towards your toes, inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5. Inhale, look forward, step your right foot forward, step your left foot to meet your right, refold the body over the legs. Inhale, raise your prayer through heart center, back up and over your head. Strong legs, suck your stomach in, stretch up. Hasta Bandha, elbows draw in. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Take your prayer through heart center. Hands come flat by the sides of the feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward, fingertips to the ground. Exhale, step your left leg back. Step your right leg back, plank. Coming down, knees, chest, chin, hips stay up in the air. Slide through Bhujangasana, lower ribs stay on the floor. Draw your elbows back to your hips. Exhale, Balasana. One breath here, inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Staying here for 1 as you breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Entire body stretch as you inhale 2, exhale 2. Realigning the entire body as you inhale 3, exhaling 3. Engaging the quadriceps as you inhale for 4, exhaling 4. Releasing the hamstrings, eventually getting the backs of the heels to touch the mat one day as you inhale for 5, exhaling 5. Always remembering your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale, look forward, step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward to meet the left. Refold the body over the legs. Inhale, raise your prayer from earth to sky, back up through heart center as you stretch up. Exhale, take your prayer back to heart center, reset Tadasana Samastitihi. Samastitihi is a call into the present moment. You check your foundation, you re-establish your foundation like the steady mountain. Toes and heels are always touching. Rotate your thighs inwards, suck your stomach in, shoulders come up, back, down, relaxed. Bend your knees deeply, coming into Utkatasana. Exhale, folding, Hasta Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, lengthen your spine. You have the option here to step back 1 foot at a time, or you can press your hands down and jump back into plank. You either come down, knees, chest, chin, or you come down to Chaturanga Dandasana, coming directly into upward facing dog. Exhale brings you back downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, big step, back foot comes flat, raising your arms up, coming into Virabhadrasana, Warrior 1. If you have tight shoulders, you keep your arms apart, otherwise you take the palms together. Check your foundation. Your knee should be above your right ankle. Back leg is engaged, engage the quadricep, press the heel down. Your pelvis faces forward as you lift the chest up towards the ceiling, even taking a slight back bend as the arms come back to the ears. Vinyasa, coming into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana, Warrior 2. Drop your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Your thigh stays parallel with the mat. Suck your stomach in. Your spine should be centered, so you may need to take left arm back an inch, and your gaze is steady through your middle finger on your right arm. Spread your fingers wide to really engage the muscles on the arms. Straighten your front leg, step your back foot in slightly, stretching forward as far as you can, lengthening the spine, coming into Uttita Trikonasana. Right hand comes down anywhere it lands comfortable on the shin as you raise your left arm up. Coming into Trikonasana, spinning the chest open towards the ceiling, sucking the stomach in and up, lower ribs tuck in, upper body leans back, shoulders always back and down away from the ears. Drawing the inner thighs together for stability, Mula Bandha engaged. Your right thigh rolls out as your left thigh rolls in. Energetically, you're lifting up, not collapsing down as you try to touch the ceiling. Inhale, strong legs to pick you back up. Rebend your front knee, spin your arms around to face the front and push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left side, take a big step with your left foot. Back foot comes flat. Raise your arms up, coming into warrior one, left side. Again, check your foundation. Is your knee above your ankle? Your knee should be in line with your second toe. Back leg is engaged. Heels pressing down into the mat as you lift the quadricep. Suck your stomach in, looking up towards your hands as your drishti. Taking the arms back in line with the ears in a gentle backward bend if you can. Vinyasa, coming into warrior two. Open your arms, open your chest. Relax your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Keep your legs where they are. Strong legs, strong warriors. Making sure your spine is centered, you may need to take right arm back an inch as you gaze through your middle finger on your left arm. Coming into Utthita Trikonasana, straighten your front leg. Stretch your arm forward as far as you can. Then you drop left hand to left shin, raising right arm up into the air. Look towards your right palm. You're not collapsing onto the shin, but using it as a lever to balance as you lift up towards the ceiling. Lower ribs tuck in, upper body leans back, always relaxing the shoulders back and down away from your ears. Rolling the thigh out on the left leg, right leg rolls in, engaging Mula Bandha to pick you back up. Rebend your front knee, spin your arms around and push back, coming into downward facing dog. Keep going, take a big step with your right foot, placing your left knee down onto the mat, releasing your back foot, placing your hands on your knee, taking your hands into Namaskar in front of your chest. Make sure you have a steady foundation always. Press your big toe into the mat. You want to have your knee above your ankle as we come into Anjaneyasana. Inhale, raise your prayer high above your head. Stretch up towards the ceiling. Exhale, you take a back bend. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, take a back bend, don't be scared. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, opening the arms, opening the throat, placing thumb and index finger to touching Jnana Mudra. Inhaling to come back up slowly, placing your hands down on your knee, taking a moment to reset. As we move into our first passive posture, dragon lunge. Walk your right foot out towards the edge of the mat. Option 1 to stay here, placing both hands inside the foot. Option 2 to take your book or your block, coming down onto your forearms. Drop the head down, nothing to do. Option 3, if it's available for you, coming all the way down to meet the mat. Then you do nothing. You use your breath as a guide to teach you. With each inhale, can you move into a deeper place of release? Or with each inhale, is your breath teaching you to humbly back off with grace? Remembering your Ujjayi pranayama. Option to stay where you are, or option to take a twist by coming up onto your hands, keeping the left hand firmly placed down onto the mat. Take your right palm to the inside of your right leg, gently encouraging the hip to open even deeper, rolling onto the blade of your foot, taking a very subtle twist in the spine by gently gazing over your right shoulder. Nothing that hurts. You never force it. It's a deep hip opener and a lovely subtle twist of the spine. And release your gaze, and you can release your hand down. Very slowly, carefully, with compassion, begin to take your right leg back, gently pushing up into downward facing dog to release the hip. You can walk the feet out. Moving into the left side. Take a big step with the left foot. Right knee comes down onto the mat. Release your back foot. Place your hands on your knee for a moment to stabilize, firmly pressing your left big toe into the mat, making sure that your knee is above your ankle. Hands come into Namaskar in front of your chest. As we inhale, raise your prayer high above your head. Stretch up towards the ceiling. Imagine you're lifting from your pelvis all the way to your sternum, telescoping the ribs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, you go back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, don't be scared, go back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, opening your arms, opening your heart, opening your throat. Hands come into Jnana Mudra as you look towards the ceiling. And inhaling to come back forward. Reset for a moment, place your hands on your knees. Slowly begin to walk your left foot out towards the edges of the mat as we come into Dragon Lunge on the opposite side. Stretch your right leg back into a long dragon's tail. Only ever do what's available for you, so option 1 is to stay here if this is enough for you. Option 2 is to take your brick as you did on the opposite side, coming onto your forearms. And option 3 to come all the way down to meet the mat and be still. Nothing to do, just breathe. Drop the head down. Option to stay where you are. If you took the twist on the opposite side, take the twist on the left side, coming back up onto your hands. You firmly press the right arm down into the mat, taking the palm of the left hand to the inside of the left knee, gently encouraging the knee out to the side, following by rolling onto the blade of the foot, taking the twist by gently gazing over the left shoulder. Always watching the sensations in the body, nothing that hurts. And release the twist, release the hip. Very carefully, with awareness, take your left leg back, pushing back up into downward facing dog. Again, you can walk the feet out, releasing the hips. Come to find your stillness. Raise your heels high and way forward into a plank. Very, very slowly, with control, you can either come down knees first or you begin to lower yourself all the way down, all the way down, all the way down until you hit the mat. Release your feet, make a small pillow in front of your head with your hands and just rest your forehead down onto the mat. All you need to do is watch that space in between your two eyes. You have 365 and 50,000 channels of energy that run through your body, called the nadis. There are 3 main channels known as Ida and Pingala, which are lunar and solar, feminine, masculine, passive and active, where they intersect along the spine. You have Sushumna, which is the central channel of energy in your body. So all yoga is about maintaining the integrity of the spine so that we can lengthen our spines, straighten our spines, strengthen our spines. Coming into our first passive back bend, slowly come up onto your forearms, creating a number 11 with your arms, elbows coming close to the ribs. Your fingers are spread wide. Your shoulders should be above your elbow. From the waist down, your legs are relaxed. Your feet are about hip distance apart. You pull the mat gently towards you, lifting your sternum slightly, and then you close your eyes and look to third eye point, Ajna chakra, in between your 2 eyes. This is your posture. Just watch that space. You can stay exactly where you are, or if you'd like to take the back bend slightly deeper, take your palms out to the edge of the mat, only going as far as your back is comfortable with. Gently begin to push yourself up off the mat, keeping a micro bend in the arms. Only go as far as your back allows you to go. Never force it, nothing that hurts. Energetically, it feels really nice to take the gaze up towards the ceiling, opening the throat, Vishuddhi chakra, your center of expression, the truth you speak out to the world, and most importantly, the truth you speak to yourself. Very, very slowly begin to lower yourself back down, taking your hands back in, pushing your hips back to your heels, coming back into Balasana, child's pose. This time, forehead comes down onto the mat and you wrap both your arms around your body, allowing the back of the wrists to just rest on the mat beside your feet. Nothing to do, releasing the spine. Very, very slowly begin to pull yourself up from the mat, taking your knees in to meet one another, coming to sit in kneeling, just placing your hands on your lap, gazing down at your own mat, just allowing the blood to settle back down in the body. Be still. Moving into Ustrasana Camel, a deep back bend, but our deepest front body opener. Come onto all fours. Step your knees to the back of your wrists and then come up onto your knees, taking your hands onto your lower back, drawing your elbows in towards one another, lifting your chest up towards the ceiling. You can tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, push your hips forward. Inhale, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, push your hips forward. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, everything pushes forward. Engage your glutes, suck your stomach in. Maybe you can take your gaze to the back of the room. Only if you can take your gaze all the way back. Only if it's available for you and you have a regular practice. You're welcome to take hold of your heels. Everybody inhale, keep lifting the chest up. Exhale, everything pushes forward. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale. If you've come down, safely placing one hand at a time back onto your lower back. Exhaling to come back down. Taking this moment to witness and observe any feelings. Taking this moment to witness and observe any sensations in the physical body and accept what you feel. Turn around and lie down on your back. Coming into conscious relaxation, keep the eyes open this time. Stretch your legs out straight. Your palms face up towards the ceiling. Externally, there should be no movement. Stay absolutely still. Place your right hand on your stomach and your left hand on your heart. Release your hands down. Bend both knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. You can begin to rock side to side. Make small circular motions one way and then the other way. Beginning to rock front and back, front and back, front and back. Giving your entire spine a nice massage against the mat until eventually you rock yourself all the way up to sitting. Once you're up, stretch your legs out straight in front of you. Flex your feet towards your face. Roll your thighs inwards. Place your hands beside your hips, coming to sit in Dandasana, staff pose. Your feet are flexed towards your face. Rotate your thighs inwards, suck your stomach in and up. Gently tuck your chin to your chest. Place your hands in Namaskar in front of your chest. This is known as Mahabandha, the Great Seal. Channeling all the energy you've been generating in your practice so far through Sushumna Nadi, nourishing your entire system. Inhale, raise your prayer high above your head. Stretch up. Exhale, coming down with a curved spine, point your toes. Just allow your hands to fall anywhere they land on the mat beside you. folding forward into the darkness. The mantra is Ishvara Pranidhana. I surrender to my higher self. Inhaling to come back up. Point your toes. Point your arms forward. Slowly begin to lower yourself down onto the mat. Coming into Shavasana, corpse pose. Nothing left to do. Close your eyes. There's no special breathing. Just allow the body to breathe itself. The stuff, the chitta of the mind goes. The body's a corpse. And your spirit is free. Take a big, deep inhale and begin to slowly move your fingers and move your toes, bringing animation back into the body. Bend your knees in towards your chest and come to roll on your right hand side for a moment. Using your left hand, you can slowly begin to push yourself up. Coming back to seal our practice where we began, either seated kneeling posture or you can cross your legs. Place your hands in namaskar in front of your chest and close your eyes. We seal our practice with an Om. Om. In your own time, you can release your hands down. Namaste.